Hello students, and welcome to the Ben Hill Primary School Media Center. We are so excited that you decided to join us today to learn a little more about what we have to offer. Come on in and see for yourself. Let's get ready to learn how we find things we are looking for in our Media Center. Among the many books we have available, there are 5 main sections, each offering a different type of book. First, we will learn about our chapter books, then move on to fiction, nonfiction, biography, and reference material sections. Pay attention as we take a journey through each section. We will review this again at the end and see if you were paying attention. Our Media Center is divided into 3 sections. As you enter on the left, you will see the chapter book section. This will be the first half of our Media Center. This is called the chapter book section. This is where books made up primarily of words are kept. These books are intended for our more advanced readers. The books here may be fictional, meaning they are made up by the author, or non-fiction, meaning they are true stories. Most often, these stories are made up by the author. Books in the chapter book section are arranged alphabetically by the author's last name. Let's say you are looking for a book and the author's last name begins with the letter L. You would need to look in the L section. As we find our book, there are some important things we should pay attention to. Here, we can see the call number for this particular book. The letter is L, because the author's last name begins with L. Looking for the call number is important for a few reasons. First, it helps us locate our books. It is also important that we pay attention to our call number when books are placed back on the shelf. That way, the next person can find the book they are looking for. Now, let's explore the fiction section. Books in the fiction section are stories that are not true. They are made up by the author. Usually, fiction books are chapter books and are used by older students. However, in our Media Center, many of our fiction books are easy picture books. Picture books consist of colorful pictures and few words. Books in the fiction section do share some similarities to those in the chapter book section. They are arranged in alphabetical order by the author's last name, and they are not true. They are made-up stories. In our Media Center, if you are looking for Dr. Seuss books, they will be located in the fiction section under S. They are usually in alphabetical order, but our books will only have the letter S as a call number. The author's last name will not be part of the call number. In the fiction section of our Media Center, there will be an F located on the stem of the book. This indicates that the book belongs in the fiction section. Remember, both the chapter section and the fiction section contain books that are not true and have call numbers with author's last name shelved alphabetically. But they contain different stories in both length and age appropriateness. Let's continue our journey by taking a look at the nonfiction section. Nonfiction books are true and are used to gather information on a particular subject. Unlike the other 2 categories we have looked at, nonfiction books are shelved in numerical order by subject or topic. The Dewey Decimal System is used to categorize or organize books in this section. by grouping them in sets of 10. To help us easily locate nonfiction books, shelf markers are used to direct our search. For example, if we were looking for books about bears, we would look in the 500 section because it covers books about animals and insects. Don't worry about not knowing what each section in the nonfiction section represents. We have a kid-friendly display that will help you locate books. Also, don't forget to use the shelf markers. They are a great way to locate books. We will now move on over to the biography section of our Media Center. A biography is a true story of someone's life, written by someone else. In this section, you will find important information about presidents, inventors, actors, and athletes, and other important people in history. Biographies are housed in the nonfiction section, but are all grouped together with their own call number, 920 in the Dewey Decimal System. On the right side of the Media Center, we come to our reference section. Here you will find encyclopedias, dictionaries, atlases, and globes. These materials are very special and should only be used inside the Media Center. No one is allowed to check these materials out, but they are for everyone to share. Let's discover what each of these reference materials have to offer us. Encyclopedias consist of many volumes. Encyclopedias are books that are full of true facts and information on various topics. The call number on an encyclopedia, like any book in the reference section, begins with an R. Also, you will notice that the encyclopedias are numbered and lettered. This information is used not only to keep the books in order, but to also help you find information that is of interest to you. Next, in our reference section, we find our dictionaries. Dictionaries come in different shapes and sizes. There are student dictionaries, pocket dictionaries, and subject-specific dictionaries. No matter the type you pick up, they all have a few things in common. First, words are arranged in alphabetical order. Also, the word you are looking up will be printed in bold with the definition to follow. In some dictionaries, pronunciation guides are used to help you correctly say the words. We have several types of dictionaries in our Media Center. Atlases and globes are also located in our reference section. These are useful for looking at different places around the world. An atlas contains a group of maps, often showing different angles or views of an area. A globe is a map that is round and spins. Spin the globe, place your finger on an area, and see where you have landed. Now imagine, you and your classmates are taking a field trip there. What do you see? You can learn a lot about another state or country by simply knowing where it is located. Now, let's review what we have learned. All information found in the reference section is true, also called nonfiction. Encyclopedias, dictionaries, atlases, and globes are all found in our reference section. Remember, reference materials are not allowed to be checked out, but you can enjoy using them at the reading tables in the Media Center. This completes our journey of the book sections in our Media Center. We have viewed chapter books, fiction, nonfiction, biographies, and reference materials. It is not time to go just yet. Our Media Center has more to offer here at Ben Hill Primary School. Our Media Center has a total of 20 computers. There are 2 sections in our Media Center. One section is used for classwork, which is taught by Miss Goodlett. The other section is used for AR testing or creating a project for class. This area is always available for student use. From time to time, you will see our Communities in Schools volunteers reading with students throughout the Media Center. Individuals who work or volunteer with Communities in Schools works with students to improve their reading skills. When you have searched the Media Center for the perfect book, you must wait on the yellow line until it is your turn to check out. Miss Stembridge or Miss Troop will scan your book and card when it is your turn. Once you have finished reading your book, you need to return it to the Media Center so it can be checked back in and placed back on the shelf for someone else to read. You do this by placing your book in the Media Center Return Books Here basket as you walk in the door. We have now completed our journey through Ben Hill Primary School Media Center. Now, let's see if you have been paying attention. We found a book that is full of important information about brown bears. What section does this book belong to? If you said the nonfiction section, give yourself a pat on the back. You are absolutely correct. Once you have chose your book, what must you do in order to take it out of the Media Center? If you said check it out, you are right on target. I hope you have enjoyed your journey through the Ben Hill Primary School Media Center. We look forward to seeing your smiling face again soon. Remember, make good choices in the hallway.